As a member of the human race, we were all taught while growing up that we will have a role to play in society. Whether that's a role in politics, business, civil service, or even entertainment. Depending on where you are in the world, usually our job is determined when we ask ourselves who we really are and what we wish to spend our lives doing to contribute to society. But what happens when a person rejects the responsibilities that come with life? Welcome to the N.H.K, or N.H.K ni Yokoso in Japan focuses on this topic and makes for one of the most grounded, introspective, and depressing anime I've ever seen. Today we'll be taking a quick look at this fantastic anime and series and discussing some of its more darker themes that are becoming more and more relevant in today's modern age. This series has a good variety of media to choose from if you wish to engage in its story and characters. Originally a novel created by Takimoto Tatsuhiko and published in early 2002, it soon became an ongoing manga from the winter of 2003 until finally wrapping up in 2007, sometime later after the anime was done airing. But our focus today will be on the anime for this video, which aired in the summer of 2006 and was animated by the, I believe, underrated studio that goes by the name of Gonzo. Welcome to the N.H.K stars Tatsuhiro Sato, a university dropout entering his fourth year of unemployment. He leads a reclusive life as a hikikomori, which is the term used in Japan for shut-ins, or they also refer to them as a NEET. But ultimately, he comes to the bizarre conclusion that this happened due to some sort of conspiracy. One day, just when his life seems entirely unchanging, he meets Misaki Nakahara, a mysterious girl who claims to be able to cure Tatsuhiro of his hikikomori ways. She presents him with a contract basically outlining that once a day they would meet in the evening in a local park where Misaki would lecture Tatsuhiro in an effort to rid him of his lifestyle. During these outings, many subjects are discussed, though they always mostly pertain in some way to psychology or psychoanalysis in nature. I find this series really hard to define as just a single genre, delving into themes of comedy, drama, and romance, but where it differs from your typical slice of life series, and the reason this show really stands out to me personally, is its psychological and introspective moments, while also analyzing just modern Japanese culture in general and the otaku phenomenon created by the booming anime industry. I feel a lot of the themes and topics showcased in this series are very relevant in today's age. While I may be an introvert who likes to spend most of his days inside, it's nowhere near to the extent of the main character Sato, who has schizophrenia and crippling social anxiety pretty much. And, while the main character may be a complete degenerate, and I can see where he's coming from most of the time with his constant paranoia and distrust of everything. It really, it goes into play with explaining his conspiracy that his life is doomed to the hands of the N.H.K organization that he's made up in his mind, which ultimately leads to his reclusive nature. In today's world, I think we can mostly all agree that there's a major issue of societies all around the world and their growing distrustful nature of their respective world government, as well as corporations as in general, but I'll refrain from listing any of my own conspiracies on this matter. Either way, I feel most of Gen Z can share the sentiment that it's hard to find purpose in a working career in modern day, besides personal gain, of course. And it really leads to the impression of just working for a soulless corporation that treats its employees like drones, and just a general sense of feeling aimless and no sense of fulfillment. But no matter how you wish to enjoy this series, it offers many adaptations to provide some great analyzations of the main character's personality and his choice to shut away from society. If you're more interested in the introspective and psychological nuance this series has to offer, then the novel will probably be right up your alley in this regard. But the manga really takes the topics introduced in the series and goes to the extreme with its exaggerated art style and crazy scenarios, such as showcasing a lot more of Sato's drug use and trips that he has in his mind as a result of the drug use. But a lot of that was cut out of the anime for obvious reasons. But the manga feels like the most fragmented plot-wise and has a pretty weak ending comparatively to the other two, which is where the anime shines. I feel it's able to really streamline the story while making it much more cohesive, and it's the easiest to follow of the three adaptations, so I'd recommend starting there. But just a heads up, if you're looking to get into this series, I'd really only recommend it to those who are very knowledgeable and well-versed in Japanese culture. I'm pretty much saying that you gotta be a pretty big weeaboo or kind of a degenerate to really click with this series, I feel. A lot of the series comes off as creepy, disgusting, and just plain fucked up. It also has a very certain style of self-deprecating humor, although with some lighthearted moments, but often these moments tend to not last long and usually lead to even worse events to the characters. But it does a great job of offering a look into the life of a drug addict or drug-addicted shut-in. Really showcases his depression and his paranoia and psychotic breakdowns as he tries to improve his way through the series. The main character, Sato's many relationships and interactions that he has with the other characters are also a major point in the series and shows some of their most vulnerable moments of loneliness and depression and the various personality disorders that they portray. While these are some major and heavy topics, and I commend the series and the anime for including these topics that are not so commonly found in this medium of entertainment, which is generally used as an escape. But I feel as it can be wasted sometimes, though, in the anime. It comes across as very cheesy and falling a bit short when it comes to the more dramatic moments for me. But a decade ago, when I first came across this anime, I thought it was like the deepest show ever, so your mileage may vary. Now, while this show obviously by no means tries to idolize this lifestyle of being shut in, I fear some who watch the anime may get the wrong impression. I don't believe that it's anyone else's responsibility to save you from a downward spiral, and it's very unhealthy to just hope and wait for a miracle to change your path in life, or whatever current path your life is currently on. The love of your life or an angel is not going to magically appear to cure you and change your life in most cases. But in my experience, the only way to get through a depression or a rut is to just get through it, by your actions alone, whether that be seeking therapy or help from family and friends. But besides the romance angle of the series, it stays very grounded in most cases. But yeah, this series really shows, the easiest route in life is to just assume the worst in things, like putting faith into conspiracies that claim the world's ending or that we're powerless in our way of life. But, that thought process really leaves many to us asking the question of why even try to better ourselves or to even try at life at all. And I know that just the simple mere existence in itself of life can be painful and scary, but we all have a limited time, and by feeding into the doom like that, we really miss out on so much life has to offer. Yeah, but the series has a tendency to go off the rails and gets pretty batshit insane at times, but it asks some really interesting questions regarding life and a person's role in modern society that they play, and really showcases the dangers of self-isolation and just locking yourself away. But the anime has my favorite opening to any anime ever, so I was very happy to rediscover it and give it another rewatch. Though, honestly, it was a bit hard to sit through due to its darker themes, and just generally the comedy just didn't click with me too much this time. But, this anime, it's really not your typical case of escapism entertainment like most other animes, so If you have any other thoughts on the video or the anime itself, I'd love to hear it in the comments down below. But either way, thanks for your time, and thanks for checking out the video.